Hey guys, welcome to my very first Sims 4 video. I'm so excited. I'm a huge fan of The Sims 4, as I'm sure you are as well if you are watching this video. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Like I said, it's my first video. It's actually the launch of a series and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the LP that goes along with all of these tiny house builds as well. Like I said, it's my first Sims 4 video. I'm not a gaming YouTuber. I've never tried it before, so please forgive me for any technical difficulties or not having the best equipment. I am doing the best I can. I have a really fun story and a lot of awesome builds coming up, so I hope that you will stick with me for that. And also, really quickly, when I started this build, I had the graphics pretty low on my computer, and I do turn them up about halfway through. Again, like I said, I don't have the best computer, so my quality can't be as high as the amazing, wonderful Sims, the popular Sims tubers, but I am going to do my best, so I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so anyway, I hope you guys will subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, because like I said, I'm so excited to have a Sims 4 channel. I've been a huge fan for such a long time, and I've always wanted to make a channel, but I've never taken the plunge. So please join me on this journey, and let me tell you some more about this series that I plan on doing while I build in the background. So like I said, this is going to be the first tiny house in a collection of tiny house builds. The thing is you know how in the base game there's that empty neighborhood, Newcrest? It's just completely empty. There's absolutely nothing inside of it. I'm sure you guys know this. And I've always wanted to do something cool with that. That is a very fun concept to me, to give us an entirely blank neighborhood that we can completely shape and do what we want with. And I've always wanted to do something really cool with it. And all of a sudden, I just had this idea the other night that I was going to make an entire neighborhood of tiny homes. We're going to make this small little community that is made up entirely of tiny homes. So I'm very, very excited for our new neighborhood. I think as well that it will be an LP, because this tiny home, I already know who it's for. It's for a Sim named Pheonix. And Pheonix was raised by her grandparents. I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna share this with you guys. And as we watch and I tell you more about Pheonix, hopefully you'll be able to see why I've made some of the choices that I've made with this build. So Pheonix is a young adult. She was raised by her grandparents. Her grandfather is of European and African descent, and her grandma, who she was so close to growing up, is Native American, and she was from the Choctaw tribe. So one thing that was so important to Pheonix's grandma was that honoring of the earth and Mother Nature and the environment. Nature is such a huge element in the spirituality of the Native Americans and also just their day-to-day life. And that sense of honoring the land was passed down to Pheonix by her grandmother. It was always part of her childhood and part of her life, because of course that is what her grandmother learned from her ancestors. At the same time, Pheonix is, she's a modern woman. She's a very modern and forward and progressive woman. She's very independent, and she wants to find this way to merge the love and appreciation and respect for the environment with the modern life. So that's just a more attainable way of life for, the average person in modern society. So she has this dream to create this tiny house community, a place where the land is honored. They live, within their means, and they don't take a lot. They don't use more than they need. They build these small homes in areas that they still have access to the modern world, but their footprint is smaller. You know, they're using recycled materials in these communities, and they are really supporting each other, having community spaces that meet their needs, and that way each individual doesn't need to have all of those things. They share more of their resources, like their food, and they make sure that they grow the most delicious, most safe, healthy, wonderful, nutrient-rich food that they can for themselves, their families, and then they share that with the community. And that is a very important aspect of their lives together in this community. So I'm really thinking that there can be some fun community garden lots, and I was thinking I might even be able to put some refrigerators and just stock them full of the community garden, and people can come visit the community lots, and they can visit there, and we can have community dinners and stuff like that. But also you can take the food home to your own tiny homes and cook and use it for what your family's individual needs on the other nights of the week. So I'm thinking there can be some very cool community lots. I think a community swimming pool might be something that we can do. And the whole idea here for our community lots is not that we want to provide places, you know, to drink and stuff like that. You know, we're not doing bars, we're not doing libraries, because they can travel to the city for that. The reason that the tiny home community is so close to the city is so that they can travel there and use those amenities when they need to. But the real purpose of the community, the tiny home community, is that they foster a very healthy relationships within the community with the community members. They foster, you know, sharing resources and gardening and stuff like that. I'm going to try to think of every possible way that I can make this, you know, a very environmentally friendly neighborhood and a community-oriented neighborhood. I think it's going to be really fun. And of course, it's going to be full of tiny houses. And since this is a speed build, maybe we should talk about that a little bit. So, like I said, this is the first speed build, and I like to think that Pheonix looked for lots of recycled goods while she was building her tiny home. She definitely did it as affordably as she possibly could. She does have a little bit of money saved up. She is a very resourceful woman, and she's always been very independent. She, like I said, she was an only child raised by her grandparents, so she is very wise. She's wise beyond her years, and she has had a wonderful upbringing where she really thrived, and she was a person who knew who she was very early on in life and really stood for that. And it has brought her to this place where she is ready to make this dream come true of building a tiny house community. And wow, I said I was going to talk about the build, and then I started talking about Pheonix more because I'm obsessed with her. Back to the story. Pheonix has saved up money to start her little neighborhood, and she has moved onto a very small lot in the neighborhood. She wants to be a really good example for future community members of how to live small, how to, you know, scale down your belongings, not have more than you need, and have really great storage ideas, and you know what I'm saying? So she wants to show people that you don't have to go without to live in a tiny home. You can still meet all of your needs, and the amenities can still be great. So she did have a little bit of money saved up, but we aren't going to go crazy. She will have to earn her money during her Let's Play so that she can kind of finish things up. She needs to get some decorations on the wall. She needs, some other basics like a bookshelf. I'm pretty sure that she didn't have one, but she did try to use lots of recycled materials, and she wanted to bring the outside in. So we went for some really light green accent walls. The walls in the bathroom are also green. And I love the light flooring here. I think that is so earthy and natural. It reminds me of like a bamboo floor. So I thought that was the perfect option. And also the windows in this home, they are very, very open. I wanted to have tons of light, of course, and I wanted it to be open to the outside world because, like we have talked about many, many times, Pheonix loves the outdoors. She loves nature. She honors, everything that is Mother Earth, and she tries to give back to Mother Earth, and she tries to get from Mother Earth. She uses what Mother Earth has to offer, and that is a way of honoring the place that she lives. That is the idea behind the open windows, is that they're nice and beautiful and airy. She'll be able to feel like she is outside, and it also is going to make her home feel bigger, of course. And again, for this home, I'm going for modest materials. She may update in the future. She may add a little bit onto her home. So, like I said, I ran out of money on this build, and again, in the bathroom, we're going to make sure she gets all the amenities. She's going to have a shower bath combo. It's not really beauty that I'm going for here. It's more utility. I want her to have everything that she needs, everything she could possibly want, but still live in a tiny house, because that is what this is all about. You can be environmentally friendly. You can leave a small footprint. You can use recyclable materials and still have all of the modern day luxuries that you want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about exploring that concept through all these builds. I think it'll be very fun. So I really hope you guys are going to enjoy that too. You guys, I ended up getting stuck with these bucket lights because I ran out of money for the build. But like I said, and I want you guys to know that I did run out of money for the build. So the whole concept, of course, was that she can have anything that she wants and all of her amenities, but she can't go beyond budget. Of course, she has saved for this, but she can't just spend money that she doesn't have, and she does want to invest some of the money that she has left in her community. So she will have to do that, and she is going to save a little bit of money for that. So she will earn some more money throughout her Let's Play, and as she does that, she'll be able to buy more items for her skills and stuff like that, some more decorative items, and she'll also be able to furnish her outer space and hopefully do some landscaping. So that is the build that I have for you guys today. It's our first tiny home. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for this storyline, let me know what you think. Give me any feedback that you have. I'm very excited about it, very open to it. So I think that'll be really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Again, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will see you guys very soon with the next tiny house build, and maybe we'll even get started with our LP soon. All right, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you later.